What's going on, Coach Co community? So today we're going to take a little bit of a different spin on our video, and today we're going to be talking about one of the latest fitness trends. Apparently it's been around for a little bit. I've been doing a little bit of secondary research. It is called food combining. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love fitness trends. I don't. I hate them. I think that we as a community come up with very catchy ways for things to stick, and I mean sometimes they do, but ultimately each and every one of these diet fads will fade. And so we're taking to YouTube to find a little bit of information out. I found an individual. She's got 35,000 subscribers. She talks about how to do food combining for maximum digestibility and health. This is the video right here. And we're just gonna hit play and we're gonna hear what she has to say and try to figure out, is this stuff accurate, and is this just a trend, or is it something that might actually be something people could pursue long term? Because the last thing I want is a bunch of people on a no carb diet and they crash and burn. So let's go ahead and hit play.
So today I'm going to be talking all about food combining. If you're someone who is serious about their health and you understand the importance of your digestion in relation to achieving optimal health, then this video is definitely for you. Food combining is a practice that I have been incorporating into my life for
the video's legit when an ad for the proper toilet positions pops up.
For over 4 years now, and it has dramatically helped me to improve my digestion and my health. If you've never heard about food combining before, this can feel a little different and overwhelming, but please don't stress. Once you start to incorporate this habit into your life on a regular basis, it becomes like second nature, just like any other habit, and you don't have to think about it anymore. Maybe you have heard about it and you've tried it a few times, maybe once, and then you've forgotten about it.
First of all, this intro is absolutely killing me, and if I ever give you guys intros like this, please let me know in the comments, because I really don't want that.
But I can assure you that this is something that you definitely want to incorporate consistently into your life. So I want to make it clear that these aren't some strict rules that if you break once in a while, you're going to suffer forever. If you do that, it's okay. I do that once in a while as well. The aim is to understand and cultivate awareness about what foods you're combining and incorporating these guidelines at least 90% of the time so that you can achieve the best digestion and health that you deserve.
Just to be clear, I'm not trying to be rude by any means, okay? So, if I make weird facial expressions or whatever, I'm honestly just trying to understand what people are so excited about.
Food combining is the practice of eating meals with ingredients which are symbiotic and digest better together than others. Different types of foods digest at different rates and with different digestive enzymes. Some foods digest better in an acidic environment, whereas some digest better in an alkaline environment.
Just to be clear, there is absolutely nothing that supports this, okay? Absolutely nothing. Nothing supports that certain things digest better in alkaline or acidic environments. Naturally, the stomach is acidic because it's got to break things down. So, we have an overall pH balance, and we want to make sure that we try hard to maintain that, which is why some of us experience acid reflux. Basically just means that we have a lot more acid in our systems. However, the environment itself will always be acidic.
Eating foods which combine better together help by preventing you causing traffic jams in your digestive tract. And
also not true, okay? Traffic jams in your digestive tract, we're not like reptiles. We don't stockpile things. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're regular, and that's the only reason why we're backed up. The way to maintain regularity is just making sure that we have enough water and making sure that we have enough fiber, okay? So let's just put that out there.
And ensures optimal digestion so that you can absorb the most nutrients out of the foods that you're eating.
In order to absorb the most nutrients out of the foods you're eating, you need to make sure that you're just eating nutrient-dense foods. It has nothing to do with combining two things together and then magic happening. Okay, let's just, again, put this out there because I really hate when, people just try to reinvent the wheel. And I've made this very clear many times that it's all about sustainable eating. And I mean, this sounds like it might be sustainable, but also there's just no reason for doing it.
Achieve maximum wellness and ultimately feel your best.
Maximum wellness.
Now you might be thinking, yeah, I've heard of this before, but is it actually real and does it really work? Honestly, no one actually knows the complete process of digestion, but I love to learn from personal experience, not just science. And I can tell you that from personal experience, using this practice of food combining definitely works.
First of all, consistency with anything you do will yield some sort of results. If you're a type of person that, didn't eat the same foods regularly, or, if now you're calling it food combining and it basically just means you're eating better overall, more nutritious foods, then it's going to work. All right? Like at that point, anything is going to work. If you frequently eat out or you skip meals and now you're consistent because you're calling it something, it's going to work. All right? So it has nothing to do with this diet so far. It has everything to do with the mindset.
And I also love to look at nature for answers, and I've discovered that no other species except for humans go and forage and mix up all these different ingredients before consumption. All other animals...
Do I even have to respond to any of that? No other animals forage? What? They don't eat many ingredients? Animals go all over the place. A squirrel, a chipmunk, they don't eat random stuff all the damn time. What is this woman talking about?
Eat one ingredient at a time until they're satisfied. So why not try it for a good few weeks and see if it makes a difference to you? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
How many of you guys want to eat just one ingredient in what you're eating? Let's hear it, let's hear it, let's hear it. Okay. Therefore, not sustainable, all right? So, I mean, there's something to be said about eating a lot of ingredients one meal because it does get calorically dense. It has nothing to do with the traffic jam or absorption.
Improper food combining on a regular basis causes a traffic jam in your belly, and this results in symptoms such as heartburn, upset stomach, and fermentation, and consequently...
Fermentation? Fermentation. Nothing ferments in your stomach. Nothing. It's so acidic, there's no way in hell anything ferments in your stomach, okay? It gets broken down. It gets broken down. Fermentation? I can't even handle this.
Consequently producing gas and alcohol. This creates the ideal environment for disease and bacteria to flourish.
I do agree that, if you put crappy gut bacteria, that it's going to crave crappy gut bacteria. So, things that aren't very natural, I do experience and I feel a difference when I eat like a McDonald's cheeseburger versus a made by hand cheeseburger that I've personally prepared using meat from a farm. I get it. There is definitely a difference there. And the way my body breaks it down, I definitely go the more natural route because I don't want to feel like crap afterwards, mainly energetically. And I honestly think that it's just a matter of your body understanding what the ingredients are. But again, I don't think it's going to ferment. And I also don't think that I don't think anything she's saying has any legitimacy.
What's worse, poor digestion can also contribute to malnutrition. Following the food combining guidelines will allow for easier and more effective digestion. It will reduce bloating, gas, indigestion, and bring your entire body back into balance.
Also, can I just point out that we're like 5 minutes into this video and all I've heard about was positives, but I haven't heard exactly how to do this thing. It just keeps talking about how great everything is, but like no one knows what I'm doing yet.
Different foods have different rates of digestion, and respecting this process and eating foods in easy to digest combinations ensures that things flow.
What is an easy to digest combination? I'm still waiting for the answer.
Smoothly through the entire colon and doesn't produce gas and fermentation. When digestion is optimized, nutrients are assimilated properly, toxins are removed effectively, and energy is freed up for other metabolic functions, leaving you with a ton more energy.
It honestly sounds like someone just gave this person a really cute bunch of cards, like cue cards. Cue cards that they could just read off basically about anything and apply it to this.
With food combining, you'll find yourself eating much more simply with meals that nourish your body and digest a lot more easily. Subsequently, the candida comes along and starts to eat up the excess sugar, which, by the way, is actually the candida saving you by doing this. And this then brings your blood sugar back into balance. And when this happens regularly, this causes an imbalance of good and bad bacteria. So by eating simply and with proper food combinations, you avoid this fermentation. So I solely promote a plant-based lifestyle. I personally live a...
You want me to give up meat? Like altogether?
A 100% raw vegan lifestyle, but with these guidelines I'm going to include foods that can be cooked as well. If you do consume some animal products, I will add little few notes at the end for you guys. So all fruit is best eaten alone on an empty stomach. If you want to mix fruits, then it's best to follow the preceding guidelines.
So eating fruits on an empty stomach, I can understand why. Maybe because you want simple carbohydrates. So fruits typically are they are simple carbohydrates, and which just basically means they digest quicker, which means you'll get the energy faster. Maybe if you have something to do early on in the day and you got an empty stomach, the best case scenario is eating fruits because you got to do something quickly.
Guidelines. First, we'll talk about sweet fruit. So this includes low water content fruits like bananas, dates, custard apples, and all dried fruit. They are best mixed with sap acid fruits. The exception to this rule are melons because they digest very quickly and always need to be eaten alone.
Imagine you go to someone's house, okay, and they give you a plate of fruit and you're like, okay, this is amazing. And you have to wait until the next morning to eat melons? What?
Sub-acid fruit, this includes semi-sweet fruits like mangoes, papayas, berries, apples, pears, etc. They are best...
I think mango is one of the sweetest damn fruits on the planet. What the hell you mean? Is it a semi-sweet fruit?
Mixed with sweet fruit and acid fruit. Acid fruit are the more soured fruits like lemons, limes, grapefruit, oranges, pineapples, etc. They are best mixed with sub-acid fruit and fats. Fat sources include nuts and seeds, avocados, coconut, oils, olives, etc. These are best combined with acid fruit and starches. Starchy foods include foods like potatoes, sweet potatoes, grains, pasta, carrot, beetroot, etc. These are okay when mixed with leafy greens and non-starchy vegetables. Greens and non-starchy vegetables include things like kale, spinach, lettuce, cabbage, broccoli, zucchini.
Broccoli? What?
Zucchini, onion, garlic, mushrooms, seaweed, etc. They are best mixed with starches and protein. Protein sources are foods like lentils, chickpeas, tofu, tempeh, miso, nuts and seeds. They are okay mixed.
This is my favorite part. So when people start saying that protein sources are chickpeas, tofu, lentil, tempeh, so we're just gonna MyFitnessPal this puppy right now, just so you guys can see how high protein lentils have. 1 second here. You'll enjoy this. Lentils. 1 cup of lentils. Alright. So, if you see here, look at that that breakdown, that macronutrient breakdown. 30% in 1 cup of lentils, by the way, that's a lot of damn lentils. 30% is protein, 67% is carbs. Now, would you consider that high protein or high carb? Secondly, who's gonna eat a cup of lentils? Thirdly, 18 grams, the average person needs roughly like 0.7 grams per pound. By that math, you are going to have to consume so many lentils in order to get to your protein intake for the day. It is crazy what these people are suggesting.
With greens and non-starchy vegetables. So nuts and seeds kind of fall into 2 categories, which are protein and fats. They will always...
How does something fall into 2 categories if you have only 3 categories? Someone want to explain that to me? That'd be real great.
Feel fine with greens, but I'd suggest experimenting with your own body to see how they feel with starches. So animal products like beef, chicken, fish, etc. fall into the protein category, in case you're wondering, and dairy falls into the fat category. But dairy only really combines well with acid fruits and non-green starchy vegetables, so do not mix.
I think the reason why people are getting such great results in this is because they get so damn confused by all the rules that they just don't eat anything. And by the way, I don't suggest not eating anything by any means, okay? What I'm trying to suggest, even by making this video, and I'm honestly just gonna cut it off here because I can't even handle this. What we need to do is start eating sustainably, okay? All these rules we put in place are great. They're awesome guidelines, and we always need guidelines to follow when it comes to, you know, nutrition and really anything that we're not too comfortable with. I mean, I have my own guidelines, but at the end of the day, number 1, it needs to be sustainable. Number 2, it needs to make you feel good, all right? And number 3, it can't be too restrictive. So, I mean, this might make you feel good, but I don't think it's sustainable, and I can't get behind this Mickey Mouse science. There's just like, I haven't heard one thing that explains exactly why this is the way it is. A lot of this is about how you feel, and I get that, and like I said, I'm pro how you feel, so if you feel good doing this, go ahead and do it, okay? But don't do it because there's any scientific backing behind it. There's really nothing that suggests that eating this way helps with digestion, okay? I just said digestion. The Jetsons. But, and rant. I want us to eat properly. And what does properly mean? It means eating appropriate to how you feel. Think about your energy. Think about how you feel after you eat something. Do I feel sluggish? Am I constipated? You know, everyone's scared of the word constipated. Pay attention to your body. Ultimately, that's it, okay? And make it sustainable. Are you happy doing it? Okay, then keep doing it. So, that being said, if you want to try this, go ahead and do it, all right? I mean, tell me how you feel about it. Maybe you're really offended by what I just talked about here, and I'm sorry for that. And you know, I don't even mean to offend the person who made this video. My point is to educate you guys that some of the things that you hear out there about how great this is for digestion and how there's these digestive enzymes, they just confuse the shit out of you. I honestly just confuse the shit out of you. And I think more often than not, people suffer from hearing things like this. They suffer as a result, and they get more confused, and they end up with, they're like, okay, well now I don't know what the hell to do because there's so many damn rules, and I just can't. And this is why people, they hear the word diet and they automatically switch off. So it's about a lifestyle choice that you choose. Pick one that makes you feel good. I don't care what it is. Don't have to listen to me. Just find something that works for you. Please and thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this version of a video. I actually thoroughly did. Not to say that I'm cynical, because I'm really not. But I do really help or like educating people on the stupidity out there. So, shout out to Kenzie Burke. Don't know who that is, but apparently she's doing something right. It's a bunch of people listening to her. I wouldn't recommend listening to her beautiful science around her nutrition, but it is what it is, and whatever she's doing is working. So, that being said, if you guys want to hear me do another critique, please let me know what it is, and I will make sure to make it as colorful as humanly possible. Maybe it's really good, and I'll still make it colorful. Like, subscribe, comment. It costs nothing to hit that subscribe button right over there. I want you guys to have a great day, and let's keep this train rolling, shall we? Success is everywhere. You just gotta open your eyes and find it.